So I'm Cristiano. I'm a student here at UE. I'm about to graduate. I study digital media, and I'm working on a project with two other students. One of them doing development, and the other doing design.
Hi, so my name is Ting Chen. I'm a third year digital media student, and in this project, I work as a designer.
The project, so we were working with this organization called FreshspringJunior. They have a steamship in Devon, and they hold tours. They host tours for students that come in, and their aim is for students to facilitate students when learning about STEM and maritime life subjects. And our role in the project was to create a platform that bridges the experience between when they leave the tour and from what they learn, uh, and when they get back to their studies, they can have resources and a discussion area where they continue their studies and finding out more about these topics. Yeah, so we have used WordPress as a content management system, and this was suggested early on by a couple of people in the team. Then we've wrote this framework, which I've called HozoKit. So we could apply a component-based paradigm to the development, and the reason was we wanted to streamline development as much as possible, because we are students at the same time. So if we can make our development easier for us, that's better. And on top of that, we use Timber and Twig to abstract the WordPress API. So again, it would make it easier for us to develop the theme along the way.
The main challenges for me personally would be time management skills, because I was working on another project on top of this project, and not only that, I had to juggle between coursework and these two projects. And in terms of the challenges in this project would be to be solving UX issues. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the first challenge was to define tools and processes to apply to the project, because documentation and thinking about maintaining the project after we leave the project is quite important, I believe. And that was one of the challenges. Another challenge was communication. So how did we define, because we are students, we are all very busy, when are we going to meet, can we meet, and schedules can differ a lot, so we had to be flexible and adapt around that. Yeah.
So for designing, we were using Figma for designing, because it's a collaborative space for everyone to use, and I've also used the InVision app for prototyping and to showcase our work.
Initially was we tried to use Trello to document the project, and we've used that for a while, but I asked feedback all the way through, and then I've realized that the team was not really engaging with that tool, and they didn't find it useful. So then Slack and me sending weekly email updates to the team as well as the team at FreshspringJunior became kind of the main point of communicating. But the team found, well, from the feedback that I've got, the team has found that stand-ups are better. So catch-ups on one-to-one was the most useful thing. I'm mostly proud of the team, actually. It's for me, it's been a privilege to work with people who are so on point on what they do. It was really one of the good thing, the best thing that I've enjoyed was they were not afraid of raising concerns around design or UX or accessibility aspects early on, and I think that's really important, because that helps us making the right decisions within the time and budget that we have, and I think that's made all the difference in the project, really. It would be completely different if those efforts were not there, honestly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I think the highlight would be the achievement of completing the project with the team, issues and um, like months of communicating and working with clients and then managing the expectations, and I think this would be the highlight of the project. We'll be achieving the project.
Great.
Okay, I think for a project to be successful, first of all, there needs to be a very clear brief. So both the client and the team is aware of what needs to be delivered and they agree on what needs to be delivered. Then I think the team needs to constantly be in touch with the client to make sure that what is being produced is in line with what they envision. And I think expectations need to be managed between the team and the client in a way that we get it into a compromise between what we have in terms of resources and time and budget, and in a way that we can deliver what the client needs.
I think again I mentioned working with real life clients and to be able to showcase what we've learned in UE into this project and put our best skills to showcase our work.
Digital media students as well here at UE, and also there were also other team members. I think we need to do that.